What's going on, everybody? May the 4th be with you. Welcome back to another video. My name's Ian. This is going to be a little Star Wars themed because it is May the 4th, Star Wars Day. So I'm going to show you all my Star Wars collection. My movies, my books, that's pretty much it. So let's get started with the movies, of course. I've shown these before, but I'll just show them again, because why not? First up, this is not necessarily a Star Wars film. It's about Star Wars, because we are all, a lot of us are these people. This is a very underrated. It didn't get a whole lot of play in theaters. Very underrated. It is called Fanboys. Basically, this is a comedy. One of the characters gets terminal cancer, and this is just before Phantom Menace is coming out. So what is it, 99, I believe? And a group of friends, there's just all Star Wars geeks, and they find out their friend's going to be probably going to not make it to the Star Wars. So they decide they're going to go to the Skywalker Ranch, break in, and get one of the original reels of it to watch. And it's just their shenanigans that they get into on the way. So I highly recommend Fanboys. And let's get started with the series that started it all. We've got A New Hope. This is the Steelbook Vader collection. Vader Steelbook. Empire Strikes Back. And Return of the Jedi. And then I probably should have organized this a little bit better so I could just grab and go. This is the prequel trilogy. Phantom Menace. Attack of the Clones. Revenge of the Sith. Next, I'll show this one. This is Rogue One. This is one of my. I think this might be my second favorite Star Wars film. I love this film. Perfect setup. Then we have, this one was not well received, I guess. I liked it. This is Solo, not a Steelbook. I couldn't find the Steelbook version. And then I wonder if Netflix is going to, not Netflix, excuse me. I wonder if Disney's going to release The Mandalorian in some sort of media form, because I'd probably pick it up just for the collection, so I'm not sure if they're doing that. Probably not for a while, because they want you to, pay for their services. We've got The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. I couldn't find this. I found this one yesterday. It's the collector's edition. But it's not Steelbook. This is the Rise of Skywalker. Just got this one yesterday. That's it for my movies. So I'm going to show you a few on my phone here that I have in my Kindle collection. I've got Darth Maul Lockdown. This is basically, he is captured and he's on a prison barge, and he just fucks everything up because he's a badass and trying to escape. Next is, this is the horror, like more of a horror genre. It's really good. And oh, by the way, that was by Joe Schreiber, and then this one is going to be by Joe Schreiber. It is Death Troopers. Death Troopers is like a zombie. It's awesome. Basically, a rebel ship comes across an Imperial Star Destroyer, and they're not detecting any life forms. Well, what the hell? Why is this ship just out here floating? So they decide to send out a boarding party. Boarding party goes on. Turns out they didn't detect any life figures, because there were no live people. They were all zombie stormtroopers, and it's basically a horror film set in the Star Wars universe. I wish they'd do more of that kind of stuff. I really enjoyed it. If you know of any horror Star Wars stuff, let me know. And then I also have, but I don't have it with me. I've got the Han Solo trilogy. It was okay. It's just basically his adventures right before he meets up with Luke and Obi-Wan on Tatooine. Uh, but if anyone's really interested in, this isn't canon anymore. But if anyone's interested in kind of jumping into the Star Wars books, you got to start with the Thrawn trilogy. That would be the first one is Heir to the Empire, Dark Force Rising, and The Last Command. This series basically gets you started. This is where I was told to start. That's where a lot of people tell me, like, if you wanted to get into the Star Wars books, you start there because they kind of just branch out from there. Um, um, yeah, this is the Thrawn trilogy with Admiral Thrawn. I'm sure if you're a Star Wars nerd, you kind of know what I'm talking about with Admiral Thrawn. But this is a great 3-book series. Now since Star Wars kind of came to an end, why don't you give this series a try? It's not going to be canon, but it's a pretty dang good series. I did try to read. I read the Alliance, Star Wars Alliance. I believe that is canon. That just takes place right after, I think, Return of the Jedi. And I read it, and then I didn't care for it, so I didn't continue on with that trilogy. I am very, very, very curious to see they're doing crap, Old Republic or something, Knights of the Old Republic, maybe. I can't remember what the series is. High Republic, the High Republic, I believe. That's coming on August. Hopefully, if it's still on track with all this COVID shit going on. But that's going to be like a launch a brand new series, and I'm kind of really interested. And that's going to be basically kind of from what I read, kind of like the Mandalorian in ways. It's basically you've got it takes place back in when the Jedi were still a very prominent force in the galaxy, and it basically just follows a few Jedi around, like what was that TV show called? I can't remember that TV show, but basically like kind of like they go to distant planets and help with their problems, kind of thing. And then there's going to be an overall arc. So each story should be self-contained, but it will have an overlaying arc. And then I was reading up on the villains of that. They're basically Vikings, and that's pretty cool. And I thought they were not force sensitive, and I could be getting this all wrong. I've been just kind of hearing bits and pieces and kind of reading a little bit because they're not really releasing a whole lot. But yeah, apparently it's like the bad guys are a bunch of like Vikings and powerful super Vikings, something like that. So that should be pretty interesting. Anyways, I'll be posting this one, and then I'm going to do one right after this. So I'm going to post it tomorrow. So don't be alarmed if I'm wearing the same shirt. I do wash my clothes. But I'm going to post that tomorrow. This one's going down right now. But obviously you know that because you're watching it. Hopefully. All right. Anyway, have a good one, and may the force be with you all.